Hello everyone, it's Caleb again, and welcome to our fifth episode of Oxygen Not Included. So, last session, we ended up building our little power plant down here, as well as slightly expanding the base. We got a little grooming station for our hatch farm that we hope to build soon enough. And we kept digging a little bit, trying to expand our territory. We found our right edge of the map, so we won't be able to go any further that way. And we also noticed that over here we have a cool steam vent that's open and chugging along, so we'll be able to tap into that a few episodes in order to get the unlimited amount of water. So what I did in between episodes was really just keep digging around in the preparation of us getting into the swamp biome. But before we do that, I just realized that we were still using the old outhouse, and they're pretty annoying because they require a lot of time from our dupes. So I decided that before we dig into the swamp biome today, I'm gonna build a self-sustaining bathroom. So the advantage of that is that we'll be able to use lavatories, which get water piped from our big water tank, and they will discharge, you can see here, they'll discharge polluted water. It'll take 5 kilograms of water in, and it will give us 11 kilograms of polluted water out. So the advantage of that is that we will slightly replenish our water amount every time the dupes goes to the toilet. So about 6 kilograms per day per dupe. So it's not a lot, but over the course of hundreds and hundreds of cycles, it'll be nice to have. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna build 4 lavatories. We're gonna keep the same idea as the outhouse. So we got 4 dupes per shift. So I'm gonna build bathroom facilities that can deal with 4 people. So we're gonna be 4 lavatories as well as 4 sinks. So that will I'm gonna raise the priority. So that will ensure that if all 4 of them goes on their way out, they will all be able to wash their hands. Like every room that we want, we're gonna have to make sure that it's enclosed with doors. And priority 6 again. And hopefully they get right on that as soon as they wake up. I don't have anything else in high priority, I think. No. So the sinks are pretty much the same way. So they will take fresh water in. I'll show them the stats from over here. So they'll take 5 kilograms of water, and they'll output 5 kilograms of polluted water. So it's easy for it to make a cycle that will just keep replenishing. Because what we're gonna be using is we're gonna be using our water sieve here, and that one takes 100 grams of polluted water. Oh, sorry, 5 kilograms of polluted water, and gives us 5 kilograms of water. So we'll be able to pipe the discharge of our sinks and our toilet straight into the water sieve. It will output clean water, and the water will come back to the washroom and power it all out, and we won't have to maintain it. Everything is gonna get will always be usable. The only thing is that our dupes will go and disinfect the buildings in there once in a while when it gets too polluted. So I'm gonna use the water sieve. I'm gonna put it right on top here. Try to be somewhere in the middle so it looks better. I think that's about it. And then, now that they've constructed all that, I'm gonna be piping everything. So I like to hide my pipes inside the inside the tiles, so they're out of sight and out of mind. Pipe stone gives a decor bonus, or negative, so it doesn't really matter really. So what we're gonna do, like this. So this pipe here will go to the input side of our water sieve, so that's gonna have to be our polluted water. So it's gonna be right here. So we can just merge it all into that one big pipeline. And for this one here, we're gonna do the same thing. That's gonna be the clean water. And it's gonna come from the discharge side. And well, I'll leave those two here. So now that they're building this, once again, increase our priority. Make sure that they work on this first. So one thing we're gonna be requiring is power for our water sieve. So we're gonna bring from our main power line, right here, like that, into the tile and here. And priority 6 as well. So one thing that I want to make sure is that I selected the direction for wherever the dudes wash their hands to whenever they go to the left. So what I want to make sure is that they don't just go into the bathroom and exit through the right door without washing their hands, because that would increase the amount of germs that they carry around, and they just dump a bunch of germs all over the place. Like there's already, well, like we can see here, a lot of polluted, food poisoning all over the place, mostly because our little morb here just excrete polluted oxygen with a bunch of germs. But we got the polluted water. So this room is pretty gross. It's not terrible when it's in the air, because they really need to eat the food poisoning in order to get issues out of it. But still want to have a clean base. So what we're gonna do is gonna prevent everyone from leaving the door to the going to the right. So if they're working over here, they'll be able to jump through the ladder and walk and go from the right to the left through that door, use the toilet. Won't be able to go out, so they'll be forced to go through this way. So they'll have to go and wash their hands. So now it's just a matter of waiting for them to finish building out of that. And then one thing we're gonna need is a little bit of water, because in order for the whole systems to start, I'm gonna be requiring a bit of water. So I'm gonna use water from the pump that's over here, which is not powered. That's unfortunate. So let's fix that. So we're gonna power that pump. So shouldn't have any issues, and go down here to build that cable. So then the pump will start pumping, and we want to have somewhere where we can bring our water. So this is where the water input's gonna be for a little bit. So I'm gonna put a valve. Oh, that won't work. So I'll put a valve here. No, where do I put it? Yeah, I'll put it right here, like that. So I'll be able to shut the valve once there's enough water. Where we go? It's there. So I will open my water pipe all the way to the beginning of the valve and all the way here. Oops, I forgot one thing here. So since the lavatories put out more polluted water than they use fresh water, if you were to let this cycle and run for a few cycles, the lavatories will end up having generating too much polluted water, so it would back up the whole line. Because every time every time they use a toilet, there's a little bit more water into the system, and over time it would overflow the system, and it would block all our pipes and render the whole thing unusable. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let the system run, and by using the priority system of the liquid bridges, we're gonna make sure that this clean water output gets always filled. But if it ever reached a point where that whole pipe is becomes clogged, sorry, we're gonna have to bring the excess water, and we're gonna probably just dump it in the bottom here because it's gonna be polluted. So I'm gonna, for now, pool it away. I got an even better idea. So instead of building this here on the clean water side, I'm gonna do the same thing on the polluted water side. And then a good bridge here. So the idea stays the same. So as this is gonna get filled out and possibly back up, all the excess polluted water will go through this line here, and it will make its way right here. So the pipe will try to jump into the output side of the bridge, into the sieve. The sieve will do its thing, send the water back, and then if the whole system becomes filled, the excess will go through this pipe into this liquid vent. And for now, get rid of this here. We'll just pool in the bottom of the base here with our carbon dioxide. Not a big deal. We're gonna have a better setup for now. Sorry, a better setup later. But for now, it will do the trick. So let's increase the priority of our pipe, because I want to be able to prove to you that this thing will work. So fast forward a little bit. I'm gonna choose a new printable that we've been offered, so I can get a little hatchling or a bunch of sandstone. Already got 162 tons of it, and a lot more to come. So we'll go for the hatchling. So I'm waiting for my dupes to slightly get skills to be able to use the grooming station, but I think we're still a little far. Who is it? Ashcan. Oh, Ashcan almost got a level. So, never mind. So, probably before the end of the episode, we'll be able to have someone that's got ranching. So, let's go for Bert. Can increase his cooking, or we don't really need him to do research yet. But next, someone that will go full farming, probably going to be useful. So every time he goes into here, he'll be a lot more efficient. Alright, so our pipe is getting built pretty quickly, which is exactly what we want. One thing we'll be able to do also in here, I'm gonna install 4 showers, maybe here. So that's another way to easily increase morale of our dupes, and I'll be able to put it inside that same system, the closed loop we got here. The showers work the same principle as the sink, where they output the same amount of water they take, so they won't assist into the flooding of our system. They'll just work their thing and easily. There we go. So that's our water coming in. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shut the valve. I'm gonna increase the priority. There we go. So the valve stopped. Why did the water stop moving? Water should have went all the way over here. What did I do wrong? I don't think I did anything wrong. This one got water. This one doesn't have water. It's piped properly. My valve is on the right way. I think I know. So I'm gonna break the system here, which is gonna make a mess because that comes with breaking pipes with water in them. And I'm gonna put a liquid bridge right here. Increase the priority. Let's go. Did it make a mess? Oh yeah, there's all the water. So let's mop this water before it gets polluted, so we'll be able to use it for something later. I am missing something. Why will the water not go here? I will deconstruct this pipe, and hopefully it'll fix the issue. What I'm thinking is that I'm stuck somehow with there's two discharge here, and the pipes are confused as to where they're supposed to go. So I hope by deconstructing this, all that line here will go, fill up the lavatories, fill up the line, and I'll be able to just get rid of this line here. It's just a matter of getting the beginning of the system started. Copy settings in here. So I got more storage. That's for the whatever we sweep, in order to have them to put somewhere to put all our equipment. It was here in the beginning, but I wanted to have the toilets closer to the mess tables. There we go. So that worked. So I can deconstruct this pipe here. There's no water in it. And then this whole system will start working. So I'm gonna deconstruct these three here. And I'm gonna build the showers. 3, 4. There we go. So the forged showers. And same, I'm gonna have to plumb the water in. How am I gonna go about that? So water will come here. And another shower. I'm gonna install them right here because they don't need to be inside a room or anything. So it's probably not the best spot I have for them, but it'll do the trick for now. And then I'll have to, there again, increase the priority. So this here, that, and then somewhere for the polluted water to go. I'm gonna pipe it right here. Oops. Like this. There. So now the water should come from the output side of the sieve, feed in the showers, then the showers will discharge, make their way here into through the bridge into the sieve and back out. we got the 4 shower built. Now it's just a matter of getting the piping done. Like this, and this. Perfect. So we got our discharge pipe coming. And it should, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of time because all this pipe here will need to be filled with fresh water before it actually starts to overflow. So should have lots of time before it starts overflowing, because I want to make sure that I pick up this nice and clean water and use it for something else before it gets polluted with germs. Because if that would be using that water, waters our plant somewhere, would increase the amount of food poisoning into that plant. So as soon as they would cook it, it would start to poison our dupes. Something I'd rather not have, because whenever they got that issue, their bladder, I think, increase, so they have to use the toilet more often, or it takes longer when they use the toilet, one of the two. So Ashcan just got the level rating 4, so he'll be able to do critter wrangling, so he'll be able to capture our all the hatches that runs everywhere. So we're gonna wrangle all the hatches that we have. So we got another one here. This one's already where we want him to be, so no problem there. And I think that's all we have for now. We're probably gonna find more as we... oh, there we go, another morb. So I think the toilets are working perfectly, exactly the way we want them to. So you see the water from the lavatories gets cleaned, and then outputs and goes in for the showers. So I'm gonna let it run a few cycles just so that this portion of the water here gets used, and then I'll be able to reconnect this pipe here and get rid of that length. Don't need this anymore. So I'm gonna increase here, yeah, hatch and hatchling. So I'm gonna go for increased priority. There we go. Everyone use the shower early in the morning. All the polluted water gets merged in and get cleaned. And it increased their... where do we see that? Under morale. So they have showered, the third line, and gives them a +3 to morale. So there again, not a lot of stress added to our base. A little bit of power, but not even a constant requirement. Just a little bit every so often. So it won't deplete the battery. So it works out pretty well. Then increase the priorities of our wrangler. There, here, and you. Oh, there's another one here. So wrangle, priority 6. And then there's a few eggs. Probably gonna try to use the eggs and bring them down here so that they can be, we can hatch them. And now that this is gone, then tomorrow we will definitely be able to go and tap into this biome here. So I think I don't have anything else pressing. What we could do now, though, is to construct this area, since we definitely don't need them anymore. We got an extra morb that showed up because the area was kind of grimy, and this door will be able to use it. So we have another area here ready to build something out of it. For now, probably just leave the 2 morbs we got and let them create oxygen for us, and we'll find something more useful for this area. Find a way to use the morbs. Probably in my, as I mentioned in a few episodes ago, I would like to have a little Pacu farm. So I've never worked with those, so it's something that I would like to try. Get the food replenished by the Pacus, because the way that the Pacus works, according to the info that I found, is that whenever uh, if you have a Pacu egg, the Pacu will hatch, and before it dies of starvation or being unhappy or whatever, it will lay another egg. So one Pacu will always be living in this polluted water, according to the info that I got. So the idea is, if I manage to feed one Pacu and keep one alive, it'll be laying eggs over and over again. So I just gotta take all those eggs, put them in another tank, and then so I'll have 100 Pacus in here that will just keep the population alive in here. It will never grow, but it will just keep going as long as this one here is fed and well fed and taken care of. He'll just give me a bunch of eggs throughout his life, and once that one died, we're just gotta bring one back into the I'm not sure, the nursery, I guess. So bring it back here so that he can start hatching again. So that's the idea behind it. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm definitely gonna try. I'm gonna put 2 tiles here. So maybe this here will become polluted water tank. So all that polluted water doesn't have germs in it yet, just for due to the way that it gets implemented. So be able to pull all that up. I could realistically pipe it into a sieve and get clean water with no germs at all, and then pipe it into the water tank. But we still got lots of water. The top layer is at 250 and everything else is 1,000 kilograms. So, oh, what's that? Why do we have polluted water here? That's not good. So, the thing that I didn't want to happen just happened. Because somehow I selected all liquids. So they took the polluted water that was here and dump it in the nice water tank we have. And I think the germs, they are dying slowly, but not on polluted water. So I'm gonna create another one of those right here. Priority 9. And I'm gonna try, because this one here should be able to use a pitcher pump to suck up that 100 kilos of polluted water, and I'm gonna send it over here. So hopefully I'll be able to do this before the end of the video, but we're getting short on time right now. So come on, work faster. Oh, there we go. Work super fast. And now obviously it's the bottom of the base, there's no oxygen, so every so often they gotta go up and go for another breath. Don't want to put the base in red alert yet, but might have to come to that if I really want to have it done before the end of the video. I'm already at the 30-minute mark. I think that's long enough. You guys, if you got any other ideas, if you'd like to have videos that are longer, feel free to drop a comment on the page or send me a message on YouTube. And if a lot of you guys would rather have 45 minutes or something, well, it's probably something we can look into. So, don't need a new dupe yet. Come on, do this. And well, while we do that, all the hatches are on their way here. So we got a bunch. It's probably overcrowded now. Not yet. Good. Alright, so the water is there. So So on polluted water, super high priority. We'll enable the auto bottle so that they can go and use the pitcher pump to power the bottle emptier. There we go. So there's all the water. Okay, so we still got the germs, but at least it will, according to this, oops, it will die in about 1,000 cycles. Should be clear. Take 20 cycles to get rid of half of them. So, well, hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. Hopefully we got it before it gets really bad. So, as I mentioned, kind of running out of time. So I hope you enjoyed the little tutorial in the way we build the washroom, which you can see now it is an actual washroom, and it gives us a bonus of +2 to morale. So our morale is super high for all our dupes. Everyone's happy. We got tons of food. So I think we're gonna go and get a fifth one on the next episode. So hope you guys enjoy the videos and the way that I do things. If you have any comments, any better ideas, feel free to let me know. And if you do like what I do, well, please follow the channel and share it with your friends. So, once again, I'm Kaled, and that was our 5th episode. So, you guys have a good one, and see you in the next time.